Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I'm Scott Esmond. He's Kyle Davidson. It's the Tall Tale Tavern Triple Threat D20 Talk Show. It's the TTTTDTTS show. Hurry up, Kyle, and roll.
I'm gonna take extra long with the roll today. See how long this intro actually goes.
TTTTTS show.
Ooh, that's I got.
Okay, good. He's done. I was gonna extend it, but he said, "Ooh, good," so I can stop.
Oh, you know what? I thought it was one number, but it was flipped over, and so I have to turn the dice to actually read the real number.
The song keeps on going.
The number is 89.
It is not done. We're talking number 81 plus 8. I couldn't think of a rhyme. I should have said 88 plus 1. Damn.
See, I thought it was 68, but then there's a little dot in the corner, so I had to turn it around. And it's
a little
89.
dot in the corner. There's a picture of my daughter in the corner.
Yeah,
of your
it
die?
is. Yeah, it's very specialized. It's a very small picture. You have to have a microscope.
All right, this is 89, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, Kyle, we have 1 minute. 1 minute to answer answer the question, which this is an easy one. Fuck, marry, kill, become Diandra, Adrastia, Barb, and Roligar.
Oh my gosh. Become? Okay, 1 minute.
Is we have 1 minute. Starting
30.
now. No time to think about it, Kyle. Let's go. Fuck, marry, kill, become.
Wait, we have to roll. Wait, we have to roll to see who goes first.
Oh, the time has already started, buddy. So you
better
start
I'm going. Become easy. I'm gonna become Barb. That guy's great.
Okay.
And Roligar, marry him. That's a partner that's gonna be absolutely loyal to the death potentially. Yeah. And fuck Adrastia, she's hot. And Diandra, marry. I'm gonna marry. No, wait, no, I already married.
You're killing her.
I'm killing Diandra. She's already close to death.
Wow, so. She is very close to death. I'm gonna become Roligar because he's like the most noble, actual good person of the group, right? I feel like I'm gonna marry Adrastia, even though that goes against their whole relationship. She's just the one I think by far I'd most want to be married to of these people. Don't eat into my time. I have 4 seconds. I'm gonna fuck Diandra. I'm gonna kill Barb. Time is up.
Boom! We did it.
Oh, perfect. Flawless, I think. All right, that's Kyle. Amazing. Quick start to the podcast today. Just a quickie.
Yeah, that's great. I did become Barb, and then I married. Oh, whatever. We're done with this question.
We are done with it. You're not allowed to talk about it. Although I will say, even though it's breaking the rules, I'm going to give myself a yellow card for talking about it. I did choose to become Roligar. Does that mean I turn into a fairy dragon thing like he did?
Yeah, you're a fairy dragon now at the end.
Those guys are kind of cool, I guess.
You got some cool stuff.
Being stuck,
but now you're stuck in the Feywild.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. That's the problem. I don't want to be stuck in that land of like Alice in Wonderland bullshit logic, you know?
Yeah,
like running into people like Christopher who are weirdos.
You are. I think you are someone who does dislike bullshit logic. As in my main example of that is the Wicked universe of Oz. I think
I do.
We've had conversations where it very much so bothers you that everything can be crazy and weird in different colors, and then one person shows up as green.
Yeah.
And it's like this whole big thing.
Well, I don't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any sense that the world is like talking scarecrow, talking lions, whatever, you know, but green. Yeah. Whoa! Get her out of here. Talking about fucking freaks. I can't wait for Wicked for Good, everybody. Woohoo. Kyle's excited at least. I know you are.
This episode's sponsored by Wicked for Good.
Just like Dancing with the Stars not most recent episode, because obviously that episode is like 3 weeks old because we're recording this in November when it's coming out.
Right, of course. It's November, the 11th month of the year.
Ooh, I love the 11th month of the year. Love 11. Is 11 the most disappointing number to roll on your dice? It's boring. I think it's a boring number.
Let's see. What is the most disappointing
Honestly, I think 1 is disappointing, but it's fun disappointing.
Yeah, I think the range of disappointment really is like 10 to 12 or 30, you know, like it's not, or 10 to 13 maybe, because if you roll a 9, then it's like, oh, I rolled less than 10. That's usually not a good thing, you know.
Yes.
10 to 12, it's like, okay,
you have some hope,
succeed?
But it might not work out. Yeah, I will say I think 11 is the most disappointing number you could have as an ability score, because you're still at +0. You know, and it's like, oh fuck, I got an 11 is useless to me. I'm never gonna pump up whatever stat I put an 11 in is staying in 11 forever. Right?
Yeah,
like,
forever.
That's
right?
a dump stat. So it could have been a +1 if I just rolled a little bit better. You know,
that's like when I've created characters before, and I'm like, okay, at my level 4, I have.
Wow. I know. Normally, you force Carrie to do
the full sentence of that. Carrie has never
made.
No,
you're telling me she didn't build T-Bone from scratch, pencil and paper?
Actually, the first time we made T-Bone together, and we picked the abilities together, and then his scores came out crazy. I think the full sense of what I was trying to say, I've made characters poorly before, where I'm like, okay, I have some odd scores, but then when I hit level 4 with my ASI increase, I'll bump both those up, and that'll make sense. And then I get to level 4, and I'm like, I want a feat.
Yep.
Give me something fun.
Every time.
Give me something fun to do. I don't want to do a stinking ASI.
Oh boy, I can get 1 additional plus to this stat that I hardly ever roll, or I could make it so that people can't get opportunity attacks against me when I move away from
I'm mobile. I can crawl on walls now. You know, there's like so many more interesting things with feats.
I can never resist the call of the feat, I feel like. I'm always constantly keeping a list of like every half feat, so I can try to round up those. You know, when you have like the 17 and you're like, well, if I can get something that is a +1 and also gives me a little bit of feat juice, Quentin Tarantino's favorite drink.
Surprised you don't always play as halflings then with their half feats. Actually, halflings would have large feet, don't they? You know, like Frodo. So they actually don't have half feet. I don't think the pun works.
No, I liked it, Kyle. I didn't laugh, but that's because I was leaving room for everybody else to laugh.
No, you mute. I saw you mute the mic and laugh. You were laughing so hard.
I didn't.
If you're looking at the video, he edited the video, so he's not laughing. Everyone,
I
laughed
was
like
wildly
crazy.
slapping my knee, and I didn't want that audio to, you know, impact the quality of the record or possibly hit the mic, and so I had to mute it and edit it out because I had an embarrassing nip slip while I was wildly slapping, so I had to cut that out of the show.
So much editing you have to do every episode, man. It's like, figure it out.
People don't realize that, honestly, 50% of the time we're CG on screen. I'm generating it. I don't use AI. There's no generative AI used. I'm painstaking.
I was saying I am actually AI, and you've been talking to just an AI person.
You've been setting up AI for the call without telling me the whole time.
Right.
And I've then been CGing over that.
Oh my gosh.
Mistakes.
It's a double computer generated nonsense.
That's how we like to roll here, baby. Do we have any tavern news, Kyle? This is our first record since we launched the Patreon.
Oh yeah, it is.
Woo.
Thank you to all of our Patreon members that have signed up and are listening to these episodes. It's been awesome so far. We didn't know what to expect, right? I mean, like, we're hopeful that people signed up and wanted to listen to this type of content. And last Monday, when the episode came out and people started commenting in the Patreon Discord, I was like, oh my gosh, we had a release today. Like, I'm still getting used to having things come out on Mondays, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Me too, because I woke up to 2 different text messages that said the video part's not working on the Patreon, by the way. So, oh boy, it's Monday. I gotta go fix that.
Monday morning.
Lovely.
The best day of the week to have surprise work to do. in the mornings.
It was great. It was great. I just literally forgot to actually put the link on the post. I made the post and then never copied the YouTube link over to it. So if you're listening to this right now and you don't know, there is a video version that is linked to an unlisted YouTube video. If you share that unlisted video with somebody who's not subscribed, you will be permanently banned from the Tall Tale Tavern.
We're going to find you. We're going to find you.
I don't give a shit what you do.
It's so true. We don't. Yeah, we are here. We are in, November, because we did have a comment from Landy that it broke his immersion.
Yes.
That he wasn't at the table. So that's why he's actually with us here today.
Wow. But he doesn't like to,
just
he's
off
kind of
screen.
camera shy. He doesn't like to talk, right?
Yeah, and he's not mic'd up. But thanks for being here, Landy. I'm glad you're here. How are you feeling today? Feeling great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I saw a thumbs up in like the reflection on your poster back there. So yeah, he's doing good. It's great to have you, Landy. Kyle. All right. Anything else? Should we move on? Should we move on to our second topic?
I think
of the
so.
Tall Tale Tavern.
Let's do it.
D20 talk show. And you know what? This is a special one, Kyle, because this is the first time we're going to roll from the Patreon questions
awesome.
that have been generated by users.
Woo! I don't even have those questions up.
I've got it in front of me. We will be discussing. Great. And you get to roll with advantage on how much time for this. This is a question submitted by our dear friend, Mr. Maryland Maverick.
Awesome. That's a VIP perk, I think.
Yes, it is. He's actually put two things down, and I think it's fair to honor. One is the advantage, disadvantage, and one is his bottle service additional modifier on top of that.
Great.
The additional well, should I read you the question? Should we get to the question?
Let's get to the question. Yeah.
The question, he says, what's the most D&D movie that's not officially in the Dungeons & Dragons universe? Explain why. Roll with advantage and additional thing. Scott cannot reference Steven Spielberg. So.
Okay, great.
Can't bring him up. All right.
Okay, with advantage, rolling, here we go. That's cocked.
It's cocked.
That's a 14 with advantage.
You know what? That's honestly, that's not too bad.
We almost had a 4. That was my first roll. So the advantage really helped out there.
We shouldn't let Kyle be the one who rolls for the patrons. They don't deserve that.
They don't deserve my The 14's
all right. Well, I guess I got the timer up here, Kyle. We're talking most D&D movies that are not officially Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm trying to think of this because this definitely comes up, I feel like, frequently. We're like, this feels like a D&D movie.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
I'm definitely not trying to stall while I look at movies right now. That's not what's happening. So if you've gotten that impression, it's simply incorrect. I'm not sorting my films.
Well, I will start with.
Should we start
potentially?
Because the time hasn't started.
Oh yeah, we got to start the time.
Yeah, the time starts now. 14 minutes.
Because I'm going to start with potentially the most most popular, the most fantastical, the most non-D&D movie of all time, Lord of the Rings. I mean, you got to think of a fantasy movie. The Lord of the Rings, a party that comes together, the Fellowship of the Ring, an orc, or not an orc. There's no orc in the Lord of the Rings.
Well, there are orcs, but they're bad guys.
Not in the Fellowship. Yes.
Yeah, there's certainly not one in the Fellowship.
I've seen the movies, guys. I know how it works. There's an orc, there's a evil wizard. They're trying to stop, or they're trying to get the ring back so their master can come back and change the world. I really see it from their perspective.
Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, well, that's a great answer in that Dungeons and Dragons is literally based on Lord of the Rings, right? Like,
yes.
That's the original inspiration for the role-playing game is let's copy this shit from the books so we can play it. So I agree. Lord of the Rings is a great answer. My brain isn't like, for whatever reason, my brain doesn't just immediately go to the fantasy movies. I'm just trying to think of movies that have like ensembles
I don't think
of people with like varied skills that come together. You know, I could think of like, this is sort of a cop out in that I think the Dungeons and Dragons movie is basically aping this movie's kind of style, but Guardians of the Galaxy is very Dungeons and Dragons to me. Like these very different classes that kind of come together, and it's kind of light and goofy the way that playing D&D often is, you know. And I do really feel like the D&D movie has that energy to it.
Yeah, I love the spirit of the question definitely isn't let's talk about Lord of the Rings, right? It's like let's figure out.
It's actually really skirting the spirit of the question, since it says that's not in the D&D universe, and Lord of the Rings is
the D&D universe.
The D&D universe, but
I love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who's a lawyer, and he'll appreciate that technicality.
Yeah. Well,
it's fine.
He's already typing. He's already typed the response. He paused the video to type a response in the chat, and now he's getting to this part.
He's sending it to you in triplicate right now.
I love the Guardians answer, because there's a couple different characters in that I would love to just play as, you know, like a simple dumb barbarian type character with Drax. You've got
that's basically how I
druid.
When I'm playing as like Skort and he's being like obtuse or saying the wrong thing every time, I'm basically just in my head like, how would Drax make it worse right now? You know, whenever we're playing at our tabletop game, and like when I fucked up JK's wing and it was permanently scarred, and I was like, what's the big deal? It looks cool now, you know? Like that's just like this sort of wrong thing. I think
exactly.
What would Drax say? Like,
yes, exactly. That was a character who very horrific for her character. She lost the function of her wings, and it's a huge scar, and your character's like, oh, that looks sick.
It's pretty fucking
and
badass,
she's crying at the bar, drinking her sorrows away. And it did not help. You know, sometimes those moments help. It did not help her character.
No.
Here's one that I've got one. One that this came out recently. I remember specifically thinking this felt that way, like it'd be fun to play a game like this. The new Jumanji movie, where they get sucked into the video game, sort of like an isekai type scenario where you get like, you know, sucked into a new universe. I guess they sort of like change their characters, so like the girl is playing like the big tough guy.
No, I think that's good D&D energy though, to have like explicit classes and stats to the characters in the movie, right? Like that. Also they have very specialized roles in that way that you want in a D&D party. So I think that's a good answer. I'm not allowed to mention a certain Steven, but I will say my dream like D&D campaign is essentially to play Ocean's 11. That's what I want, is a crew of dudes that break and pull up a heist. That's not actual D&D energy. That's just me putting that wish out into the universe that'll happen at some point. An actual movie that I think has D&D energy that I don't think you've seen is the movie Labyrinth. I feel like we've talked about that.
Yep, haven't seen
before.
That one. Nope.
It's literally like it doesn't have that energy of like a party coming together, but it is like one girl going through like a big monster-filled maze with like riddles, and the sort of encounters that DMs love to put into like their sessions is filled in there, like the classic, like there's two doors and it's like, he always lies, I always tell the truth, one of us always lies, one of us always tells the truth. You can only ask one question,
puzzles,
you know, which one's the real door. Like,
is that from that? Is that
literally? Yeah, it happens in that movie. I don't know if they invented it, but that's the first time I ever saw it as a kid. And I remember pausing the tape as a kid and like getting out a pencil and paper and being like, I have to figure out how the fuck the solution to this works. You know, like, I love that. I love that kind of riddle.
I think a classic one, the Goonies would be a fun one to do. All kids start off like true level 1, or characters going into a scary dungeon with some adults that are like evil and kind of keep coming back around to try and stop you, and you have to escape them and have that like them be the main villain, these adults, but then you're fighting all these things and trying to get to this cool pirate ship place.
I think that's good. Goonies has like. That has Monster Bash energy, right? Like that's obviously sort of what we're going for with it, is that sort of kids on bikes. A film not directed by the person I'm not allowed to mention, even though Kyle couldn't be blamed for thinking it was in a previous podcast.
I know I was. There's a story by the story was written.
It is. I think it's like one of the only movies that he has like a story by. He like pitched it I can't remember how it came about. I used to know the story of Goonies. Now it's not coming to me, and we only have 7.5 minutes left to discuss these movies, Kyle. And I'm definitely, again, not stalling for time while I talk and scroll and look through my list of movies. It's just sort of the way that I naturally converse. You know, I keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny. I can't be stopped. I'm really struggling to come up with anything else that looks very D&D here, Kyle.
I'm gonna pull up my recent letterbox.
He's pulling up his recent. I like the idea.
I'm gonna see the recent activities of some recent movies.
I mean,
of course, I recently watched a great movie that I showed you some clips from.
That one did have some D&D
2006
to it. I think we should
Covenant.
play a one shot. Explicitly designed after that movie of like 4 edgy dudes that are warlocks, wizards.
The Covenant, they're
witches.
They're witches.
Sorry, they're witches.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great
What's
movie.
that line? What's the line that Sebastian Stan says? Is it?
I'm gonna make you my weeach.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof,
the hardest line in all of cinema.
Lines that go hard. You gonna post that one? Gross.
I'm gonna make you my weeach.
Awful line. An obvious one that we haven't said is like Willow. That's another one that's just sort of like generic fantasy, though. You know, it's not like, but it does have, you know, like a little halfling, and I don't know. Here's a good one of
aping
Lord of the Rings itself as well. So it's kind of along the same lines as answering Lord of the Rings, I guess. It's just not right.
Here's a question. What about an old themed one? Old as in the M. Night Shyamalan movie. I watched that like a month ago. But like, imagine going to a beach. You're trapped there with characters and all different types of characters, and you're aging rapidly throughout. That'd be an interesting.
Let's do it like.
That'd be hard to play. I would find that very difficult as a player to like.
We do it like you make 4 versions of your character, like level 1, level 5, level 10, level 20. And as you age, you at one point hit level 20, and then you start descending back down as you get like older and older. And you gotta be
level 1
because
you're level 20.
You start as a child, and then you reach
30.
like peak level 20, and then you get older and older, and you what's it called in like a game when you de-level? Why can't I think of the right decay?
You decay.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It doesn't matter. That's the right kind of word. Decay, I think, down to like level 1. I don't know. Could be fun, Kyle. I like that idea.
I think I'm writing that down.
We're gonna write that one down. That one. Keep your eyes peeled on the feed, guys, because that one is coming soon. Kyle, we have 4.5 minutes. Have we landed on the definitive answer yet? You know what, Kyle? Here's the real. Actually, this is a terrible answer, but I'm just looking at movies now because of Mav. This is Mav's fault that I'm just looking at movies now, and I'm just throwing out Riddick. I think I'd like to play an adventure set in the world of Furia.
Yeah, no, he's from Furia, but they go to different planets. I don't think that we've been to. Have we not? I don't think we've been to Furia yet. The new one's coming out.
I think that the new one is allegedly was called Furia, right? The 4th one.
Yeah.
But that's never going to happen. Let's be.
Is it? I think. Well, I never know what's actually happening and what's
Vin
not.
can't get Fast X2 completed. You think Furia's gonna happen? Last I saw on Fast X2 was it had no script, no director. The budget wasn't approved.
He just had a video with Michelle Rodriguez, and they've said the same thing they've been saying for like 3 years. He's like, "What do you want from the finale?" And she's like, "Bring it back to its roots." And that's the only thing that they've said this whole time. Bring it back to LA. Bring it back to its roots, and bring back Paul Walker, essentially. Bring back his character.
That's great. Vin, bring him back from the dead. What do you want? Like, you can't cure your trauma with a Fast and the Furious movie.
He will try, though. He will try until he dies.
He will. It's gonna be wild. I hope it gets made. I can't end on that cliffhanger that Fast X left me on. I think maybe a car had blown up. And The Rock showed up at the end. I don't fucking know. It sucked. Gal Gadot showed up at the end, maybe too.
Oh yeah, she's still alive. Nobody ever dies in the franchise.
No, they're all.
They die for a few. They die for a little bit and they come back. I do think that John Cena is actually dead though, because I think he just doesn't want to be.
Well, his character died between movies, and an identical twin appeared or something. Because the difference between John Cena in F9 and FX is night and day. Those are not the same guy.
They are not the same character at all. He's funny uncle, and the next one. The first one he's cold-hearted, cold killer. And then he's like goofy uncle
who's helping his young nephew murder people. Yeah, it's such a deranged movie.
It's Peacemaker. He's basically.
So I guess
Peacemaker.
my answer is Fast X Part 1. I guess is kind of the best D&D movie that's not in the D&D universe. I would say, if I had to.
I pick Borderlands.
Have we not talked about Borderlands, Kyle? Our favorite, honestly. The best sci-fi movie too, right? Did it come up in our sci-fi conversation?
It should have. It really should have been the focus of the sci-fi.
Cool. Now's our chance because we still have a minute and a half right now to talk about how, I guess, Jack Black as Claptrap is really the best example of a bard ever captured on screen. I would say,
really.
I can't
try
to name
Bardic
another character from that movie.
Is what I get from that.
Name another character from that movie right now.
Character name?
Yeah, give me a character name from that movie, Kyle. And give me their class.
Dr. Linux.
The sad thing is you might be right, and I don't know.
I am right, and you can't confirm it.
I can't.
Because you don't know.
I can name one other character, Tina, because I know that from the video game, and that's like what the kid was named, I think, in the movie, Tiny Tina. Great. Awful movie, guys.
Last thing I will shout out is my favorite thing that we've done that's been a movie has been the 310 to Yuma in Expedition Untold. That was such a fun one to do a movie of that. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say, hey, that's a good D&D. I don't necessarily watch a movie and think this is D&D. But
no, I don't either, which is why this question's kind of surprisingly hard, to come up with the right answer. But I do think that's that. I mean, obviously, I had a great time playing what was it, to Paradise? The something 59 to Paradise?
Oh crap. 359 to Paradise or something?
It can't be
259 to Paradise.
We didn't do 3 on them both, right?
259? Yeah, 259 to Paradise, I think.
That sounds right. Maybe. I did have a great time doing that, so I think that's a great answer as well, Kyle. And I'm going to just stick with Guardians of the Galaxy as my locked-in answer. Time is up on this question.
Time is up.
Woo! Luckily, I don't really know if there is even, now that the round is over and I'm free from the limitations of the modifiers, I don't really know if there is a Steven Spielberg movie directed by him that I would think has like explicit D&D energy, even though they do play D&D in the movie E.T.
The one that, oh crap, I'm gonna say a non-Spielberg movie again and embarrass myself. But no, Jurassic Park I think would be a good option.
That one is him. Good job.
Yeah,
definitely
Jurassic. Just second guess myself, okay? When you search a director's movies on Google and it gives you the dumb answers at the front, it's everything that they've produced or written.
Yes, it's always, especially because Spielberg has a bunch of movies where it's like Tim Burton's Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like Spielberg's name is above Back to the Future. It's like Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future. So it's easy to associate him as like the director. He's the thing facing you. Yeah, Jurassic Park, actually, that is a pretty good answer. I mean, that's a great, like, I don't know if the characters in it remind me of D&D characters, but the situation is a good D&D situation, right? Like theme park with monsters gone wrong is
it's got a fun little setup where you could have some fun in the park before it all goes haywire, and then it just goes nuts and crazy.
New Tall Tale Tavern one shot coming at you, I guess. All right, that was the second question of the triple threat. Done.
Oh, can I give myself a yellow card for saying my locked-in answer? It's Red One, the Santa movie with The Rock that came out like last year or something. Love that movie, and I was thinking it was a D&D movie when I was watching it. That's my yellow card.
You're getting a red card for that one.
That's Am I out for the rest of the episode?
Yeah, you're done. You're not allowed to. Black card. Kyle's not allowed to speak.
Sorry, guys.
That was your one red for Red One. Okay, you're fine. Good. Ugh, I'm proud to admit that I've never seen Red One, and God willing, I never will witness Callum Drift and his antics.
I don't know the names of the characters in that movie.
I only know the name of The Rock's character because on Doughboys they bring him up all the time. They talk about Callum Drift.
J.K. Simmons' Santa is awesome. And
no, Kyle, no. I'm taking a stand as somebody who grew up fat their whole life. Santa is fat. I will not allow for this jacked Santa bullshit. Okay, there's one rule that a fat kid can always fucking count on, and that's playing Santa. Okay? You can't take it away. It's the one time a year everybody loves the fat guy is when he dresses up like Santa. Don't take it from us.
You know what? I'm not going to take that from you.
Thank you. All right?
J.K.
We
Simmons.
endorse obesity only for the sake of Santa Claus on this podcast.
Santa has to be fat. I do. That is a good thing to stand by. I just love in that movie that there's no like explicit lore on how he does it with all this timey-wimey stuff. It's just, how does he do it? He trains all year to do it, and he does it. And that's it. They like fly everywhere, and he rips out the sack and just goes and just leaps from house to house and delivers all the Santa goods, and it's nothing crazy. That's my favorite part of that movie, I think.
I do like that idea. It's like in that world, Santa is just like a monk who has trained himself to
he really
maximum
is.
limits. That's pretty silly. You know what, Kyle? Speaking of Santa Claus, that reminds me of the holidays. And Kyle, this episode marks the first TTTTDTTS of November. And as we both know, November has a pretty big holiday in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Talking about
right.
What?
No.
No. Shave November.
No shave November.
Yeah,
right.
no shave November. And in honor of that great tradition and the tradition of the wise bearded wizard in D&D, I have prepared for you a little quiz on pop culture magic users with facial hair.
Excellent.
Do you have what it takes to identify these wand flicking, follicle licking, magic tricking icons, Kyle?
Yes, I do.
Ooh, I sure hope so, because I wrote this about 30 minutes ago before we started recording.
Am I getting pictures? What am I getting?
No. I've written a series of little rhyming clues for you, Kyle.
Gotcha. Okay. And these are bearded pop culture icons.
Bearded magic users.
Oh. Okay.
Because you think D&D, you think wizards with long beards, of course. So these are all magic users that have beards. They're not, some of them are thicker beards than others, but there are beards on all of these people. Okay. Only 5 questions, should be easy peasy. You got these, no problem. Ready? And what's at stake, you're saying to yourself right now?
Yeah, what's at stake? I will never be able to grow a full beard if I lose.
No, Kyle. Oh.
But if I win, I'll be able to.
Yes. So here it comes. This is his moment.
This is my moment.
He's going to grow a beard the instant he gets this.
It's going to be Tim Allen as Santa Claus, like growing immediately.
Oh, yes.
In the mirror.
That's my Santa. # yes, my Santa is Tim Allen and the Santa Claus. Scott Calvin is my. He did the work and he gained the weight. Okay? They made him fat. Tim Allen didn't really, but Scott Calvin
I was going to say, I was like, I don't think he
Wouldn't it be
did.
amazing if you found out that Tim Allen
they filmed half of it with him in it fit.
Yes.
And then
they did a full Castaway, which paused production for like 6 months for Tom Hanks to lose weight, but they did it the other direction.
Incredible.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, Kyle. Question number 1 in this No Shave November Bearded Wizard quiz.
Okay.
He's looking for love. He's ancient and mean, so stay far away if your eyes are green. To get what he wants, he'd turn Chinatown to rubble, and if Kyle doesn't get this, he's in big trouble.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to get his name. I know this is from Big Trouble in Little China.
You are correct about that. And they say his name. Celia didn't know his name either earlier when I asked, but I told her they say his name about 100 times in that movie.
They say it a lot. Yeah, it should be very easy as someone who loves this movie and frequently talks about how much he loves this movie, but maybe hasn't seen it actually in like 10 years. Gosh, it's Taolin. It's it's I feel like it's like Tao Li or something like that, but I feel like I'm so close. But maybe
does anybody know what, like, do basses sing high or low? Does anyone know if they sing high or low?
Low.
Oh, they sing low. Okay.
It's low pan.
Oh, low pan, Kyle. That's correct. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, Ty Lee's the girl from Avatar who does the acrobatics. You get those two mixed up all the time.
They're so similar. I mean, one of them is James Hong in ancient old man makeup, and the other one is a sprightly teen animated girl. So I understand.
Ty Lee. The low pan.
Low pan. Very similar.
Woo!
Way to go, Kyle. 1 point. Easy. Boom. These are all pretty easy. I'm not gonna.
Gosh, I need to watch that movie again.
We should watch it. We should. I almost answered it as a potential like D&D vibe movie, but I didn't want to bring it up knowing that it was on the quiz as well. You know, the monsters and mysticism of that world are very fun. It'd be fun to have something with that sort of tone. Also very comedic and goofy, but kind of not like a D&D adventure in that the main hero doesn't like accomplish anything.
Here's what I'm
right?
thinking. I think we play as a party of like level 6 characters, and the action guy is level like 1. And he always takes the lead.
Yeah, perfect.
He's like, I got this. And he steps forward and just gets knocked out immediately. Drops his gun or whatever and is not part of the fight at all. Yeah,
except he's good at he catches the bottle, right? Like he does the one cool thing. He's got that one good thing that I find so fascinating in that movie.
Catches the knife and throws it back.
He's like 99.9% useless, except he's got great reflexes.
It's all in the reflexes. Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Question number 2. Oh, gosh. No, wait. Before we ask question number 2, we never asked the Discord to roll. They need to roll for the third question.
Shoot. Yeah, we got to do that.
Shoot. I don't even know how long to stretch this quiz out because I don't know how many minutes they've rolled.
Should I roll it? Should I ask in the lounge?
I think in the lounge. Because this is the first one of the month, which means it goes.
Oh, yeah. It's the free. It's the regular feed. The freebie.
Welcome all you free listeners out there.
You free listeners are like, man, I love this episode once a month. I wish I could have it 4 times a month.
Gosh, I wish I had 4 times as much of this. You could. Up to 5 times as much if it's a month that has 5 Mondays.
Oh boy, I haven't even thought about that. We
can't stress how little we've thought about everything on this show, guys.
And then a D20. Can someone roll a D100 and then a D20? There we go.
I bet they can.
All right, the question has been posed. We await that dice roll.
While we await the answer to that question, let's get the answer to this question, folks. A magical master who's one of your peers. He gained power through teachings of mystical seers. He's supremely talented, that's to be sure, yet his hypothetical losses total 14,604,000?
I'm not picking up on any of these references.
Interesting. A magical master who's one of your peers.
That just makes me confused. I'm like, am I real life? Is this what I'm thinking? My real life?
He gained power through teachings of mystical seers. He's supremely talented, that's to be sure. Yet his hypothetical losses total 14,604,000.
I literally am getting 0. It's like there's fish all swimming in the pond. They're right there. My lure's right there, and nothing's biting.
Kyle, can I ask you what you do for a living?
Oh, I am a doctor. I'm a family
interesting.
physician.
I'd maybe start there.
It's Doctor Strange.
Oh, ding, ding, ding! Doctor
Strange. The 14
Strange.
Million different possibilities, and this is the one where I get it. Literally say one of my peers, I'm like thinking like real life people is where my brain goes, and then I just couldn't get past that. I was like, I don't know any real life wizards.
Damn. Well, you got there eventually, so it's fine. That counts.
The seers thing too. Are they seers in the?
I think they are. He sees the future. It just was the best thing that rhymed with peers. Like the Sorcerer Supreme talks about in Avengers Endgame when the Hulk shows up. He talks to the Sorceress Supreme at that time, Tilda Swinton's character, and she's like, Stephen Strange isn't supposed to be here for 5 more years. So I use that as my justification that she is a seer of the future.
Yeah.
And
it's too bad seers couldn't see the future because they went bankrupt 5 years ago. 10 years ago? How long
was
ago?
it only 5 years ago? 10 years ago?
No, it's got to be more than 5 years.
Probably. I think Sears is one of those places you used to be able to order like a build your own house kit.
Yeah,
so awesome.
I know that.
So awesome. Everybody out there who hasn't, go on YouTube and watch the Buster Keaton film 1 Week, I think it's called. It's a silent movie about, it's not like 20 minutes long, but it's him and his new wife ordering like one of those house kits and putting it together. And it's very goofy and cartoony, and lots of things go wrong when building it. My favorite joke that I'll spoil right now is when he needs to go upstairs on the house, so he grabs the like railing on the porch that is like runged and just grabs it and sets it up on the side of the house and climbs up that. It's just good stuff like that. Lots of little sight gag visual bits. Watch it. Do yourself a favor. Number 3 in this quiz, Kyle. I don't think you're going to get this one, I'm going to be honest with you. This is probably the one that I think is the hardest. Just not to know what it's from, but if you could pull the name, I'd be really surprised. Okay?
You have no idea. I'm about to rock this.
A beautiful beard that's tiny and thick adorns this wizard in his world of brick. A shave for him is cheap, no need to haggle. Just give the beard a tug and steer clear of the craggle.
No clue. I got nothing.
He's got nothing. 0 clue. Folks, this is, of course, the wizard, Vitruvius from the Lego movie.
Okay. Darn it. What's the craggle?
That's the crazy glue that they're trying to avoid sticking everything together in the movie. That's the main object that the bad guy wants is the craggle.
Well, I got it wrong. Everything is awful. That's what I say about that.
Everything is awful. Great. Did anybody answer the roll, by the way?
We did. We got Dane's roll.
Ooh, all right. I have to look at
Dane was first.
How much time he put. Okay, cool. Oh, this is going to work out beautifully, Kyle.
It's going to be beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, number 4. So far, you're 2 for 3? So you got to get one more to be able to grow a beard,
one more, and I can grow a beard. Yep.
Heck yeah. At first, you might argue that this one's not fair, and to that, I just say, hello there, is proof that you must not be knowing this dude is a wizard. Just ask Uncle Owen.
Hello there. Old Ben Kenobi.
Hell yeah, it is old Ben Kenobi himself. He says that crazy old wizard, so counts to me. All right, Kyle, you can grow a beard now. Way to go.
That hello there meme was pretty strong for a while, I think.
Oh, yeah. Hello there is... I mean, it's iconic, I think, because it's like a meme that can cross like 30 years of time, right? He says it in A New Hope, and then he says it in Revenge of the Sith in these very memorable ways.
I'm pretty sure he says it in the Ben Kenobi series. I think he does. Did you watch that?
No, I did not. I guess I would say I had more respect for my time and everyone involved's time than to watch that.
I watched it for Ewan McGregor. I really did.
I did it because I like Ewan McGregor and I didn't want to feel sad that this is what happened to him.
I'm still a Star Wars hopeful that every time something comes out, it's gonna change things for me. But yeah, the reality, I love The Mandalorian. I'm excited for that movie when that comes out. But Andor, I haven't watched season 2
and you know what is great about that Mandalorian and Grogu movie? They struck while the iron was hot, white hot. Everybody can't stop talking about Mandalorian and Grogu to this day, so it's great.
Oh, man.
Woo. I got to tell you, we know that I have a fraught history in relationship with Star Wars. It has recently increased to full on vehement rage again because I read an article that Adam Driver was working with Steven Soderbergh to make a Kylo Ren movie that was supposed to be awesome according to both of them, and it got dumped, and I would have loved that fucking movie.
I know. I saw that. And I saw Steven Soderbergh's name, and I was like, I think Scott is going to feel one way or the other on this. Either so stoked or just like glad that would never have happened.
If it was like a director who only makes like, you know, who's like Tarantino, who's only going to make like 10 movies. I'm like, I don't want to waste one on Star Wars, but Soderbergh makes like 8 movies a year, despite the fact that he retired a decade ago. So anything he wants to do, I'm fine with at this point. He's left every sort of like personal message I feel like a director could. So it's all just fun and games. You know, he's got like 40 movies.
Yeah. How often, here's a question for you. Because this is relatively frequently for me. This is maybe twice a month that happens to me. I think about The Force Awakens. I think about watching that trailer and watching that movie and how much hope I had, how much a new hope I had for Star Wars. Does that happen? It's like a once or twice a month thing for me where I think about it.
I don't know if it's once or twice a month, but it is fairly regularly that I'll think back on how hyped I was for that movie. I saw that movie 10 times in theaters, and I was like, and I recognize every person who's like, it's just a new hope again. Luckily, I have brain cells, and I know you don't just watch movies for the plot. So they're a collection of a lot of different elements of artistry. So it's not a big deal to me that it recycles the plot, because I was so hopeful that we're going to start at the same point, and we're going to really blast off in kind of unexpected directions from there. New ideas, new variations on the themes. And it felt like we were maybe going to get that with The Last Jedi. And then
big
Rise of Skywalker.
Wet diarrhea at the end. That just backpedal. People are still alive. It's fine.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Ben Kenobi returned, or not Ben. Whatever. Adam Driver's character's name is.
Yes. Oh no,
Ben,
he is
right?
Ben. He's Ben Solo.
Ben Solo. Somehow Ben Solo returned with,
because obviously
with
Leia would name her son after the old wizard man that she never met. He died on the Death Star saving her.
Leia?
Yeah. Did Leia ever meet Obi-Wan?
Did you not watch Ben Kenobi?
Oh, you're right.
Series?
Sorry, you're right. I forgot that
McGregor?
That's the retcon attempt to make that make sense. I'm sure that she named her kid after him. You're right.
She's in that baby.
She is. I know that only because it felt like for a little bit the only way they knew how to do Star Wars was like just take a person and put them with a child. You know,
I bet you feel real dumb right now, not knowing that was his secret, the history there.
I do. You're right.
Yeah,
they flawlessly tied it together. So I should have known. Kyle, we got to get moving on this last question, even though you've already won the game. Though at first he claims to be a trusted advisor, I must urge Hamed Bablonius II to be a little bit wiser. Thin, pointy beard with a red and black cape. He doesn't need a scepter to show he's a snake.
What?
What?
Ted Bablonius, whatever.
Yeah, I knew that name would get you.
He's a snake. Voldemort, final answer.
Kyle, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
No, Voldemort doesn't have a beard.
He does not have a beard. I don't know what you were thinking. There is a pretty famous guy who can show you how snake-like he can be, who has a beard. His name is Jafar.
Oh, Jafar. I honestly didn't. I got so confused at whatever name you said in the middle of that.
Hamed Bablonius II, which is apparently the Sultan's real name, according to the Disney Wiki. My favorite spot to hang out.
Oh. Is our friend there?
Our friend was
looking. What was his name?
You know,
Harrison,
I gotta pull up the Sultan real quick and see if there's any good comments on his Disney Wiki page.
What was our friend, a guy that always commented? What was his name? Harrison?
I think Harrison might have been in there. I think you might be right. Kyle, I have terrible news. You can't read the comments on the Disney Wiki anymore without signing in, and I don't have an account.
You don't have an account? I've got an account.
This is a good use of this podcast time. I think right now we need to look up the 12 comments that have been left on the Sultan's page on DisneyFandom.com.
The Disney Wiki. I'm sure I have a login for
I think I do remember you making a login at one point. But yeah, I was pretty surprised to see it said his full name was. Hold on, he had a nickname that it said somewhere too. I want to find that. Where does it say his name anywhere? Full name: Sultan Hamed Bablonius II. Other names: Little Bobo is the first thing that he has. Little Bobo.
I did not, in fact, have an account. But now, guess what I do?
Now just real quick, he's just got to sign up for an account real quick. Don't worry.
No, I'm already signed up. I'm lightning fast. I sign up for so many things. I give out so much information. Why is he so skinny in the 2019 film? I don't remember.
Is that one of the comments? Is he skinny?
Yeah. He pulled a J.K. Simmons. You know, this guy's supposed to be.
He was jacked. They had a jacked Sultan.
Oh my gosh! Have you ever seen the Sultan mascot before? Because there's a picture of the Sultan mascot at the Disney Park section of this. Everyone should go there and see this image. It is terrifying.
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
It is scary. That would be not fun to see in real life.
He has the look on his face like someone's just pulled their pants down in front of him. Like he looks his eyes are wide, his mouth is agape, and he's looking down like in a way that is, oh my God, like, you know,
scary. We got the cutest Disney dad winky face comment.
Well, obviously whoever wrote that comment hasn't seen Poseidon, right? Or what's his name? No, what's the
Triton?
Dude? Triton. Sorry, yeah, Triton.
Yeah, King Triton.
He's not a Greek god. King Triton.
That Pizza Pup 12 just says I like biscuits. This is great. I love these comments and sections.
And if you ever find yourself with some spare time, make sure you head to the Disney Wiki and just check out the comments. On the more obscure the page, the better the comments you're gonna get.
Yeah. And but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good comments. Here's a great one. He may be a good-hearted man and a loving family man, but he is honestly more of a fool of a sultan and does not demonstrate much in the ways of qualifying as a sultan mentally. Wow. Let's look at how he is mostly seen playing with his toys and trying to marry his daughter off to random strangers. He's never even once heard of Prince Ali, and yet he's ready to hand her over. Only twice in the movie do we ever see him demonstrate his powers as the sultan, and that was his upbraiding of Jafar and changing the marriage law, yet both of them were to demonstrate his care of his daughter. There's little evidence of him ever showing his tending to the major problems of the whole kingdom, such as poverty and crime. Yeah. Think of the children going through the garbage. I'm not finished. Okay, we're about halfway through, so please don't interrupt me.
I just wanted to say yes, I agree.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Happen.
I could never be a pastor because people are saying amen from the crowd. I would just get totally distracted.
Quiet down out there.
Hey, not yet. Think of the children going through the garbage and Aladdin's constant thievery to survive. Doesn't this make you wonder how he manages to rule his people? This opinion is based on the original movie and not the later franchise. They have that in parentheses. So
because
maybe he changes
they're
later?
worried because they haven't seen Return of Jafar or the King of Thieves. That maybe there's a lot of content in there of the Sultan governing and doing a good job of it, and so they just want to put out that they don't want an embarrassing Ben Kenobi situation like I had. Kyle.
Yeah,
so they're trying to cover their bases. I can let them know. Rest assured, I don't even think the Sultan is in Return of Jafar. Maybe
I don't remember. I don't like Return of Jafar that much.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
because nobody should.
Here's the final sentence. In the upcoming remake, it would be wise to observe how the Sultan rules his people if Disney expands upon it. I don't think that we get that. I'm sorry, giant white snake. I don't think that you're going to be satisfied with the remake if that's what you're really hoping for is how the Sultan rules his kingdom.
Yeah, I was really hoping they would delve into that situation. Kyle, now that we've successfully, wasted everyone's time and hours. We got our next question that we're discussing, right? For 10 minutes, I believe, we are to discuss. Give me 1 second. I have to add the time on my timer. We are to discuss question number 27 as rolled by Dane. If you could have an IRL score of 20 in any stat, which would you choose and why? Go.
Should we roll initiative? See us talk first.
We have 10 minutes. We don't need to roll initiative.
You're right.
For this guy loves to roll initiative. Freaking DM over here. Guy's not a big fan of Daggerheart, I guess, because he just can't stand this non-initiative system we've got going over here. Man, this is an. I mean, well, first, Kyle, I think we should start by laying out what the 6 stats are and what they do. So first we have what's first, strength on the sheet?
No. You have to read this in that voice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I will not listen.
First, we have strength on the sheet. I may need to actually pull up a character sheet because I frequently forget what they all are. Strength should determine your carrying capacity and your ability to do physical damage as well as execute athletic maneuvers. There's also the dexterity stat, which, as we all know, relates to how nimble and quick you are, often used for ranged attacks and to decide how good you are at dodging incoming attacks. There is, of course, the charisma, which I'm oozing with, which is your ability to persuade others to do that. Often applied to abilities like intimidation, persuasion, deception, your basic abilities to socialize. There's also the intelligence stat, something that there's very little of in this call often. Should be pretty self-explanatory unless your intelligence is incredibly low, and in which case you shouldn't be listening to this. Wisdom, unlike intelligence, is more like your worldly knowledge, I guess I would say, your sort of just intrinsic feelings, ability to kind of suss out what's happening. You know, it's investigation versus perception, you know.
Yeah.
Your perception is just sort of what innately you see versus taking an active role. That's more of your wisdom. And all that's left is your constitution modifier, which of course mainly determines your health and comes in play in some saving throws, but doesn't have any specific skills attached to it.
Wow. That's great. You should do a radio show in that voice. What's the opposite of Delilah? Where it's like, I could just listen to Delilah for hours.
Yeah.
Scott,
makes you want to
talking about your D&D experience.
I think, okay, let's get down.
That's a great summary, though. That's a great summary of those scores. Great job, honestly.
Thank you.
I know what my answer, I think, is for this.
I don't know what I want, because they could all be very useful, but I'd like to hear
I think
yours.
there's one score that can get you the furthest in life and those things. Like, that just across the board, if you are good at this one thing, you're going to succeed wherever you go. And that is charisma to me. Charisma, you know, if you are a charismatic person, if you can, you know, talk with people, I guess if you're thinking about this, like persuading them to do things or like deceiving people, you know, if you're like more evil or whatever. But if you're just a guy that people like, then you're going to make it far. You know, it doesn't matter if you're intelligent or wise or, you know, whatever. People are going to like you, and you're going to be able to make it far. That's why, like, you know, attractiveness is always like, people who are attractive make it farther in life.
That explains a lot about my situation.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that's what I would choose. I think it'd be the most fun stat to have a 20 in. You know, to just
it
like
works
have that
at
boost.
all, like real life. I mean, like D&D, and it's like I have a 20 in charisma is pretty powerful for social situations in D&D. If that even translated a little bit to real life, that would be so good to just be like anytime you want a discount on a product, you know, just to be able to charm somebody to spend less. You're right that's probably the most powerful skill for like modern society. Because as they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? And so if everybody likes you, then that's definitely something good. But I do think my only other like thought, I mean, all of them would be good, obviously. But like I don't personally need strength. You know, I'm not frequently looking to lift heavy things or to punch things and do a lot of damage to them.
But no, honestly, I was thinking strength would be my second one because the carrying capacity double, you know, just having a high carrying capacity. I want to be able to carry stuff around.
I think that strength would be useful. A really, like, that'd be fucking cool, man. But like
to be, yeah.
Intelligence
what else are you gonna
feels more like you could use it in modern society, though. You know, like
right. Mm-hmm.
Even
intelligence
even
is
knowing how to pull off. I assume it's like D&D level intelligence, if I have a 20, I'm like insanely smart, you know? Like I could start a tech company. I could rival Elon Musk, my hero.
See, intelligence, I interpret intelligence as like having the ability to learn things and master them, right? Like a wizard is intelligent because they sit down and they study spells and they have the ability to cast these spells and do well in them, right? And do well in them. Artificers, you know, they have that engineering, you know, mind that can create things with, you know, devices and magic items. So intelligence to me isn't like just knowing everything. It's just like, hey, if I approach something I don't know, I could spend the time to really for me, it's like to know it, to be able to do it.
But I feel like I kind of agree with that. But the way that the stats even work in D&D sort of goes against that, because when you make like an intelligence stat check, it's always known knowledge. It's like I make a history check based on my intelligence as how much I know. You know, not like my aptitude for knowledge necessarily. But even still, even if we are saying it's just aptitude, I think having the maximum amount of aptitude a person could have to learn
would be nice to have.
Somebody who does have a general thirst for knowledge would be pretty potent. This podcast would be a lot better if I could understand everything about audio and visual technology, right? Like I would never have that higher.
Oh yeah,
another tech issue. They would all be.
Would you choose intelligence? Would you choose intelligence over wisdom?
I think I personally would value having the intelligence boost more than the wisdom boost. But wisdom, they're all good to have. Honestly, though, I'm the opposite. I want to say wisdom might be the one I'm least interested in. You said strength is your number 2. I think dexterity would be like my number 2. I always like really.
Oh, dexterity is so low. Dexterity is so low for me. I do not care about dexterity. I've got tools to help with my dexterity. My handwriting is terrible. I type. That fixes that issue for me. When I think of dexterity, I think of writing for some reason.
I think there's that. I mean, I think of liveness, speediness, but also think about, here's an underrated element, and I think this should actually come up in D&D. I think playing an instrument should involve dexterity in some way. It shouldn't just be a performance check to like play a guitar. You need to be dexterous to be able to play a guitar. You know, so I think that would be, imagine what level of piano player you could become with perfect dexterity.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't actually think that strength would be my second. I just think having the carrying, it wouldn't be bottom of my list for sure.
Well, that's fair.
I do think that I would choose intelligence over wisdom because I think it would be frustrating to be very wise but not intelligent. You know, if we were thinking of extremes. I recognize
all these problems and I don't know how to solve them.
It's like I feel like this is the right way to go, and like you got that down for you. But if you're like trying to figure something out and learn something and you're having difficulty, you know, it's hard to do. I don't know. Yeah.
I do worry that intelligence could be sort of a double-edged sword. To like only crank up your intelligence a lot, I worry that it might make you see the world too clearly, and it could. I honestly worry it would maybe make me suicidal if I became like maximum intelligence. You know, like, well, here's all the things that are awful in the world I can't do anything about. I'm smart enough to know that I can't. So here it is. I don't know.
There's a character, one of the superheroes on The Boys, is the only thing she is like the smartest person in the world, and that would be an interesting. She's like basically chaotic about it too. She's just like kind of wants to control things, and you know, because of that. And,
it's interesting to me.
Basically, just like tests out theories that she think will work, and then they do. I think it's her vibe, but also she has to. But this character also gets lobotomized because she like can't get herself out of her head, and so like she sleeps with one of the characters who comes in and lobotomizes her so she can have a good time, and like. And that's okay. So that's your point. Is sometimes you can know too much.
It would be impossible to live that way. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. And then her brain grows back, and then she like gets back her full skills. But sometimes she just likes to feel dumb. And yeah. So
it's like a Teravangian good day, bad day sitch. You know, you just got to lobotomize yourself for a bad day. It's interesting to me. Neither of us even suggested Constitution. Only 10 seconds left. But like, I don't know what. I guess you could like eat really bad stuff for you and you wouldn't get sick. I don't know.
Live to 100. Yeah,
live to 100. Hold your breath a really long time.
It's like those.
Time is up, Kyle. Time
there it is.
Is up. No more discussion, Kyle. This is that it? That's 3 questions.
That's it. That's 3 questions. That's the triple threat.
That's the triple threat. It has been completed. Thank you for listening. If you're listening to this, hey, you could be in the free feed right now. So I want you to do yourself a favor, look in the description, click on over to that Patreon sign up so you can get more of these episodes if you want them. And if you don't, that's fine too. Ceramica, our adventure will be coming to you relatively soon. People keep asking me when, and we keep saying soon, and it keeps being true. So soon. Keep your eyes peeled on the feed for that coming, everybody. Thank you to me for the theme song. Thank you for the artwork. I'll fill that in later. And actually, also thank you to me for the artwork because I made the artwork for this show and added. Thank you to Zazar and thank you to me for everything. I'm great.
Thank you
End of episode.
Thank you. Bye.